Alright, take two. Today we will be rating characters in the Dark Pictures anthology based on their resilience, from next gen Superman to crap. But anyway, we're starting with Alex. You know, oh, this is actually kind of a hard one between these two. Because one thing I forgot to mention, I'm not going to be including, like, sections that, like, you know, make them, uh, or that are repeated with several characters. I will only include places where they and only them or another and them can get injured. But always is the same in shared story or curator's cut. Like it's their sort of chapter. So, my assumption, and uh, I'm not saying this to be stupid or anything, but I will count the Matters the Heart ending as every character. So for Alex and Julia, we're looking at revenge, uh, pretty much just revenge and uh, Matters of the Heart, where Alex, uh, well, honestly, both of them go in like the crap. Oh, wait. I just forgot that she can get shot in the head and survive like it was nothing. Like, I genuinely forgot that. Next is Brad. Okay, this one poses a bit of challenge. Um, I genuinely think Brad is resilient, but uh, my reasoning really is that well, trying to think. What would what are you? God damn it! I'm just gonna put him in crap with his brother. Um, he uh can serve. No, he can't. Now Conrad is sort of a different story. It depends on if you want to count Fliss or Brad saving him as a possible death, because he would normally die from that fall. And also, he can get shot in the leg and pretty much just be fine throughout the entire game. So I'm low key going to just put him uh, here. No, wait. I mean, yeah, technically surviving that, running constantly with a bullet in your leg, sounds super unsurvivable and unbelievable. Okay, now we have Bliss. I genuinely think the only, like, major injuries Bliss can get are things that really don't even matter. Like, um, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the only, like, there's only a few injuries she can get that don't just straight out kill her. And I'm pretty sure, like, the major one is getting backhanded or getting slashed and Matters of the Heart. But I'd say that would be an unfair placement for her. Fliss is definitely one of my favorite characters, but she does not have as much survivability as these two. Or, not survivability, resilience. Um, okay, next we got, well, honestly, I'm just putting all of the prologue characters here because they all died in every game. So actually, give me a second. Also, might as well go through it now. Connie, I'm putting in crap because the only he can only get hurt one time throughout the game, and that one time, or well, I think he can get hurt twice, but the other time, one, Charlie has to be dead, and two, you gotta throw a rock at him on purpose. So I will do what I can with the knowledge I have about Until Dawn and the other games, because those are also on this list. Okay, here are the next. I don't know if it's kind of unfair to put those two in here, considering they did survive a lot, but they did die in the end, so. But where is, like, the... Is it, yeah, Andrew is here. I'm just gonna put... Okay, so this is the first villain I'm putting here. Because no matter what ending you get in, um, what's it called? In The Devil in Me, he always just comes back to life. As if nothing happened. Okay. What is this this is Reverend Carson. Never mentioned. One of the demons. Also never mentioned. Oh, also I'm pretty sure this list includes all of the villains, so I will unless it's a specific villain with a specific scene. You know what? Technically, yeah, that would be where you put all of the demons in the Dark Pictures anthology Little Hope, because they never die. No matter how many times you hurt them, shoot them, stab them, most of them just can't die. Okay, anyway, moving on. Danny, he can survive drowning and getting stabbed. So, I'm sorry, that's probably gonna piss some people off, but, like, I don't see another way to put it there. Junior, on the other hand, I don't know. This one's hard because, um, no, actually, it's not that hard. A lot of them are gonna be here for the start because a lot of the game didn't have enough time nor action to allow most of the like villain characters to actually get a chance to not die over some crazy shit. Or for example, Olsen here. Some people might argue resilient, which I do too, so I'm placing him there. Oh wait. It literally says doesn't die easily, and he dies no matter what you make. Okay, Charlie is the first one that I can definitely put here, and I'm also going to put Aaron there. Here, let me give you the reason for Charlie, is that he just casually survives an incinerator like it's nothing. Like, I don't know how else to describe it other than that. And Erin, well, she survives head on with the killer, even if he didn't attack her. She also survives uh, the suffocation chamber, um, which is something that is easy but still really hard. Wait, right. I forgot. I have to abide by this description though. Does she really survive like absolutely crazy things though? Like he does, like getting burnt alive. Uh, you know what? I'm just gonna put her here for now. This ain't a bad tier, but this is. Okay, Jamie, on the other hand, technically both of these characters can just casually survive getting crushed alive without any injuries, even if the glass breaks. So, her for sure, because she can survive a 3-story fall, but more on that. Mark. Um, well, there's only like one time in the game where he isn't genuinely just killed outright. Or there's only one time in the game where he is just genuinely killed outright, and that's on the boat while you're escaping if you do go down that route. So, but you know what? I think I'm gonna put him in resilient actually. Now that I think about it, I might have to redo this list actually. Um, Alex stays where he stays. Brad. Yeah, no, actually, all of this looks about right. Okay, now we got Andrew. Andrew had, like, the least hard time in Little Hope. Low key, probably not a valid take at all, but I'm placing him there. Angela, on the other hand, my explanation for this is that um, pretty much always, um, she always gets dragged into the sewers and then eventually grabbed but manages to escape off camera. At least from the scream, that's what I think is what happens. Um, Daniel. Hmm. Well, honestly, all you gotta do to realize that he either belongs here or here is just look at his character, like, mid-game. Like, low-key with all of those cuts everywhere, I'm surprised he didn't come through with more, like, stuff. So I'm putting him here in Tis But a Flesh Wound. John. Um, he is also the once per. He's also that one character who's only in danger one time in the game. But does he survive anything crazy throughout it? I mean, if you want to be a technicalitist, his demon crushes him alive constantly while he's on him. So, I mean, I don't mind placing him here. Taylor. Um, well, yeah. Uh, she either gets hanged alive or burned alive constantly, depending on her demon. Uh, him I put there because his demon doesn't give him any effect other than like the crushing thing, and the only time that does happen, he just dies if it affects him at all. So you know what? I'm putting her here because it's kind of a crazy thing to survive. Okay. Reverend Carson and or Carver and Mary both go here. Megan also goes here. Vince also goes here. And Judge Wyman uh, is confirmed dead. Anyway. Okay, so me personally, I hate Rachel, but I gotta give her her props. She can survive through anything pretty much, like most of the cast can. I'm sorry for doing this. I mean, technically, Eric can survive a gunshot or two, so I'll put him here, just to be fair. Nick. He can survive, like, a ton of things, and he can even survive getting exploded, so, honestly, yeah. Clarice, yeah. Also, Jason, Salim, and Jason, Salim, and Nick all have like plot armor till the end of the game, so they just instantly go here because they can survive pretty much anything. These two, even when they're not together, like that's coming from somebody who absolutely hated most of House of Ashes. Okay, so we got the Egyptian Lord guy. Well, is it a bit too soon to put the curator there? Like, am I a prick for doing that? Um, I'm sorry, there's just not enough, like, room to put you anywhere else, bro. Dr. Hill existed, but, you know. Okay, the first person in the quarry is also the one I am most sure of. Max doesn't require much to survive. Laura, okay. Laura's different because even though she pretty much always has the werewolf virus throughout the game, um, she always gets um, or she can get shot in the face and survive. Even with the help of her like werewolf powers, that's still oh, but it's by a 44 mag, I think. So yeah, that's literally impossible. No chance. Her, Abigail, just no. Abigail, actually, you know what? Why not? Technically, I should put most of the cast here, except for him, because he literally has no chance of defending himself. Same with you. Emma is the first one that actually showed some backbone. I'm pretty sure Emma is one of the few characters that can just very early get bit and uh, survive it. Emma is a character that most people either hate or love, and she also is really good at surviving things by chance. I know, kind of biased, but honestly, I'm pretty sure my Until Dawn ratings are going to be a lot worse than these, like all of these combined. But yeah, basically Emma is pretty resilient, but you know, she doesn't have any like interesting things she can survive. I do not think. Oh, and also we're including things they can survive with the werewolf immunity. So, you know what? I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep it there. Jacob, on the other hand, um, well, with his werewolf immunity, he can survive getting a bear trap to the face, so I'm leaving it there. Okay, we got Ryan next, and same story pretty much. Survives getting stabbed without werewolf immunity. Nearly dies, but gets help, so uh, I'm going to go with this. And finally, Caitlin. Yeah, Dylan. Um, survives getting his hand chopped off, repairs it quickly, blah blah blah. I don't think this is canon, but if it is, definitely here. Okay, the first Hackett we have, Bobby Hackett. He can survive getting stabbed, but he later just dies. So, using that logic there, Jed. Um, well, these two do not survive if they're attacked by Laura. He has the least survivability, I think. Um, both of them die no matter what in the fight if Bobby was stabbed. And all of them are injured during the fight too. So, okay, Chris. This is the first one I am definitely putting in, or this is another villain I'm definitely putting um, here. I don't know why I was looking up there. Travis. This is another villain I am putting here because he was left to bleed out in his own shit. Alright, moving on. Just the average Wendigo, I think it is this one of the werewolves or one of the Wendigos? I think these two are the werewolves and that's a Wendigo. Okay, so this is pretty much every protagonist after they turn. But if we combine them all together, I'd say pretty much here would be correct about. And with Silas, this low-key only depends on your specific playthrough. But like 90% of the time, he always just goes here. So, Eliza. I think this is like a re-hallucination, but uh, she can survive getting a pike to her chest, even though at least I don't think it's canon, because I'm sure she dies after. So, also the scene doesn't look as cool. Beth and Hannah both go into crap tier. Ashley. Um, uh, actually, I think that sounds about right. I am so sorry if that's like super wrong or if she deserves to go up a tier or two, but that just felt the most right from the playthrough I watched. Okay, Chris, from Until Dawn, definitely going. Uh, I mean, I don't know. Also there, Emily survives an entire watchtower collapsing on her. Yeah, low key, you too. Uh, Here, I think is right. I don't think Josh. I genuinely think Josh either dies or gets injured. There's no dies or becomes a Wendigo. There's no in between. He never survives in the original, which is where these pictures are from. So that's where I'm depicting the Wendigo. They all got blown up. End of story. Wolfie. Uh, this depends on your actions, but um, here. Matt also depends on your actions. Um, he can either be here or like here if you aren't careful. But to be fair, I am gonna put him there. Um, okay, so Josh is killer. I'm gonna save Sam for last because she's the one I know least about. The flamethrower guy dies, and for technically, if we're talking about like, you know what, I'm boosting both of them up a tier because they both can get stabbed. I forgot, even if it is just scissors, but her. Um, I mean, I think she would go here, but now that I think about it, yeah, this sounds about right. So, I know my list was probably like awful, but like, I completely appreciate anybody who watches this tier list video, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.